Having a mentor is one of the best ways to succeed when trying to build your business. But finding a mentor can be hard and sometimes really expensive. Over the last couple years, I've been able to connect with so many successful entrepreneurs, and I learn from them every single day. So I gathered the 5 most successful Shopify store owners that I know just for you, all to answer one question. How did they do it? First, I'm gonna call my friend Justin. Justin has built the largest e-commerce coaching company in the entire industry. He's helped thousands of people start their own online store, so I know he has some great advice. Let's give him a call. Yo.
George, what's up, man?
What's going on, bro? Tell the people a little bit about yourself.
I've been involved in online sales since I was 14 years old, had my back against the wall ever since I was a young kid. A lot of stuff went down in the family, had to grind and do what I had to do to build something for myself and create businesses, and it went pretty damn well.
Yeah, you're crushing it right now, bro. A lot of the people watching this video are just getting started with their own store. So can you talk about how you did it?
Absolutely. So first and foremost, a lot of people will say testing. That's absolutely the case. But you need systems. Systems in every part of your business is one of the most important things for you to actually maintain consistency and predictability. One particular thing I want to recommend to your people is the 20-20 rule for e-commerce dropshipping. Find 20 products and create 20 videos, 20 landing pages, and everything you need for all those 20 products so you can move forward consistently and actually have a predictable flow in your work model.
I think that's great, man. That's gonna be super helpful to the people watching. Thank you so much, bro.
See you soon, brother.
All right, bro. Peace. Definitely take his advice. When you're first getting started out, make sure to do a ton of research and find products that are actually working before getting started. Now let's call my friend Fanuel. At 23 years old, Fanuel has built a multi-million-dollar empire on Shopify and even sold one of his businesses at the age of 21. Now he lives in a mansion with him and his family, and he's making some of the best YouTube content on the platform. So let's see what he has to say. Yo, what's up, bro?
What up, bro?
So look, bro, tell people the story. Like, what's your story? How'd you get here?
Yeah, so I mean, I got into this whole e-commerce dropshipping space in like 2017. At that time, I was reselling shoes. I was flipping stuff on eBay, and I was doing stuff in person as well, like flipping shoes I buy for retail. And at that time, it was like easy because they were hot.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up actually getting robbed a few times. One time was like fake currency that one that actually robbed me. So I was
no.
like, I'm not gonna do this anymore. So I started looking into like, since I was doing eBay, I was like, okay, let me try Amazon, right? So I tried Amazon, didn't really work out for me. I didn't really understand it that well. So at that time I was going to college. So this one time I was literally scrolling through my Instagram, and I got an ad from Shopify talking about dropshipping. The headline was like, start your own online business without having any inventory. And at that point, like, I didn't really understand how that worked. I was like, wait a second, like, that's possible?
Yeah.
I pretty much gave it all. I launched my site within like the first week after coming across dropshipping.
Yeah.
And then I was super excited. So I told my friends, yo, like, I launched my first site, go ahead and like promote it. And then they like posted on their Snapchat, blah, blah, blah. And then I got my first few sales, and that was like insane for me at that point, because I was like, holy smokes, like, if I can do this with just some of my friends, like how far can I go with like promoting with influencers, blah, blah, blah. So I launched my first ad, blew it out the park. I paid like $200 and made like a couple thousand in return. I was like, oh, holy smokes, I'm gonna keep doing this like every day, right? Yeah, I kept doing that, and then I started reaching out to more influencers and then built that up. And I tried Facebook starting off, it didn't really work for me. I didn't really have a lot of data and stuff, so I just focused on the influencer part of things.
Yeah.
Then once everything started to work for me with influencers, so I was like, hey, like I have a lot of data coming from this influencer, so let me go ahead and give Facebook a try. Jumped from Facebook. The first month we did like 40 grand, I think, no, 30 grand-ish. So we kept on growing there, so I kind of figured out how to kind of market on Facebook. After running it for like about 2 years, I sold that business for a good chunk of money. And currently, I'm also running 2 brands, and I've kind of changed my strategy in terms of advertising. I've been focused on like more organic reach for your product, and TikTok is gonna be the best place to do that. So I've been pretty much focused on TikTok, and I've had multiple videos go viral, and like literally make free money, and I've seen so many brands do that. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much my come up from watching an ad on Instagram and clicking on it to, pretty much where I am today, where I'm, able to support my family, able to live the life that I want, and kind of change my life around, right? So,
It's incredible, bro. It's super inspiring for me to see that, you've really done it at a high level, and now you're inspiring other people with your YouTube channel, which we're definitely going to link down below in the description. But thank you for getting on a call and sharing some game, bro. I think a lot of people can connect with you and your story, and it's really going to help some people. So appreciate that.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, bro. See ya.
All right.
Peace. That's a great example of perseverance. He was trying to make money with so many different businesses. None of them were working. He got robbed, but still stuck with it and stayed down, and now it paid off at a very high level. Now we're gonna call my friend Luca Netz. Luca went from being dead broke to selling over $10 million worth of products on Shopify. So let's call him up and see what he has to say. Yo, how you doing, bro?
Hey, what's up, boss? How are you?
All right, so before I called you, I gave the people a little bit of background on what you've done, and you know, I'm super inspired by it. But I think one of the best things you could share with them is how you got here. Like, talk about your story and how you got to this level of where you're at today.
Yes, sir. I mean, long story short, just getting out of high school, dropping out, and just trying to figure out a way to make money, and hustling and grinding, working jobs, and you know, exploring different avenues in which I can become financially independent. I found drop shipping, started working there, trial and error. After a couple months, I finally found a sweet spot working with influencers. And once we kind of found that sweet spot, scaled that business, did really well. And now we're kind of in a point where it's like, where can we take it to the next level in terms of brand building and figuring things out? And so really just a story of trial and tribulation, but more so perseverance and just making it through just all the BS that is, you know, what it is to be an entrepreneur. It's really difficult, but it's one of those things that as long as you're consistent and you don't give up, you can make it through. And so many different times do we want to give up, or I want to give up, and I just stuck through it and made it through, and that's kind of the story, long story short.
Yeah, respect, bro. I know you've been through it trying to come through this journey. What could you say has been the biggest challenge that you overcame? And for people out there that are struggling, like, what advice would you give to them?
Yeah, so I mean, the biggest challenge for me was just being able to scale. And to that is, like, I was somebody who grew up, you know, really poor, and I kind of thought to myself, like, I didn't want to pay other people to do work.
Mm-hmm.
And so my whole process in hiring and doing all that was really, had a lot of friction. And it was one of those things that I lost millions of dollars hiring the wrong people, doing the wrong things, and really vetting my process and vetting my team, as well as, you know, not hiring quick enough and just being greedy. And so in that take, in terms of, you know, what was probably the hardest thing for me to overcome was just this, you know, who's my team? Who do I trust to do that? Mm-hmm. And so I thought that was really important for me. In terms of people just starting out, my advice to them is really just persevere and don't give up. There's too many people here making millions of dollars. Yeah. Kids that are 15 years old making millions of dollars a month,
real.
16, 17, 18, 20. We're not an anomaly. You and I are not anomalies.
No.
A lot of people are doing it every single day. And so let us be a token and a symbol of, you know, being able to do it. And that if you put your mind to something and you're consistent and you put your head down and you don't give up, it's not if you'll become successful.
It's when. That's facts, bro. I completely agree. I think that many people are inspired by you, myself included, and I really appreciate you for getting on here and sharing some game, bro.
Thanks, boss, and congratulations on all the success, Jordan. Keep it up.
Likewise, my boy. Hey, take it easy, bro.
Later, dude.
Bye. Peace. I think his lesson is so true for a lot of you guys. Because whatever challenges you're facing, make sure to persevere, because on the other side, it is so good. And I know that we saw the same exact thing with Phanuel. So if you notice with these people that are succeeding in life, it's a common trend. There's no magic recipe to this. It's simply picking a path and sticking with it for the long haul. Next up, I'm gonna call my friend Jad. Jad moved from Lebanon to the US when he was going to college. After college, he ended up getting a 9-to-5 career that he didn't fully enjoy. So he started his own Shopify store around 3 years ago, and has since then scaled his business past $1 million a month. Yo, what's up, bro?
What up, bro?
Yeah, so if you could just tell the people a little bit about you, bro, your elevator pitch. Who are you?
My name's Jad. I grew up in Lebanon, came here when I was 18, United States. Right now, I have 3 brands, and yeah, I have an e-commerce company based in Los Angeles, California. We do about 15 million in rev per year.
It's crazy.
And looking to, hit that next barrier.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
30 million.
Yeah, you're there. It just takes time.
Yes, sir.
Hey, so look, a lot of the people watching this are just getting started in their journey, and I think it would be super helpful to share some insight on how you got to where you're at today.
Yeah, absolutely. The best and easiest way I'd suggest to go about this is to find a mentor or someone that you look up to. It doesn't have to be someone that's way far ahead of you. It could be someone that's, just one step ahead of you. someone who's already making sales,
Yep.
or maybe someone who's already has an established brand or company
Right.
in the e-commerce space. And then what I'd suggest to do is also find maybe a course that you can follow. Again, I'll just ask someone. You can go on the Facebook groups and see who's
doing
well,
it.
and
Yeah.
ask for direction, and they'll basically just point you in the right direction.
Yeah.
Put your head down, and start learning the basics, and then start a brand or a store or however you want to go about it. It doesn't have to be something you're passionate about. I always advise people to basically pick a niche that they think they're good at selling. I know I'm good at selling low ticket items. It's just my bread and butter. I'm good at doing it, so that's why I kind of always take that route. And yeah, just keep trying till it works, and eventually it will work if you put in the time and effort. So
Yeah, I 100% agree. So you're saying really just pick one strategy, put your head down and stick to that, and find somebody that is doing that, even if they're just a little bit more successful than you, so that you can learn from what they've already learned.
yes, sometimes finding someone who's only one step ahead of you is very beneficial because
Agreed.
they're kind of going through the same things, or they already conquered the problems that you're looking to conquer, versus if you reach out to someone who's already extremely established, they're
Yeah.
so removed from the small things that you
Yeah.
still haven't figured out, that it's gonna just be like a kind of a gap between you two, and a difficult way to communicate.
I see that all the time. Like, if you haven't gotten your first sale yet, be around people that are making their first 3 sales a day, their first sale, and that's going to take you to that next level. There's people that are just getting started that haven't gotten sales, that are trying to connect with 8-figure level entrepreneurs. It's a lot more of a barrier between those two.
Absolutely, much more relatable,
Yeah.
when you pick someone in somewhat the same league as you.
100%.
And then, to answer the question, I would pick a product, try to improve on it, make sure that the numbers make sense in terms of your CPA, your COGS, and all that, shipping, fulfillment, and see how you can improve on it, see how you can offer or have a good offer, and then the rest just falls into place.
Yeah, I think that's great insight, bro. Thank you for sharing.
Gotcha.
No doubt, man. The reality of this game is that you need to keep it simple. Do not spend all of your time trying to pick which strategy to follow. Find what's working, study it, put your head down, and commit until it works for you. And also make sure to surround yourself with people that have achieved more success than you have. Even if they're just 1% further along the journey than you are, they can share with you lessons that will help you accelerate your success. For the last call, we're going to be talking to somebody who is crushing it. My boy, Davey Fogarty. He has built an empire on Shopify with multiple brands worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Each day, his businesses generate hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is somebody that I personally have studied and learned so much from. Let's see what advice he has to share. Yo, what's up, man?
Yo, good to see you again, mate.
Yes, sir. Back on the channel again, man. The last video we did with you, it went crazy.
Amazing, man. No, it's awesome to be on.
I think I've already given the people a little bit of a backstory, and I'm sure a lot of them are subscribed to your channel, but I think a lot of people want to know more about really where you came from and how you got to this point of where you're at. So could you talk about that?
Sure. It's a lot of failure, that's for sure. So I started growth hacking Instagrams out of school. So we would just grow them to large followings, and then I would kind of sell them to brands and do like marketing on them. Then I kind of got sidetracked and started doing a lot of random businesses and failing a lot. So I launched a seasoning business. I was in my shed grinding seasonings all weekend. That didn't work. I tried selling iPhone cases, headphones. I launched a Vietnamese roll cafe. That did not go well.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I was cooking pork for 2 years straight, and that also, it kind of failed. But, I always kept digital marketing close, and I eventually learned, all the skill sets like Facebook, Shopify, just basically all the fundamentals of marketing, and then, hit a couple of products, and, that's how we got here. It was just a lot of grit and self-improvement.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people would have given up going through what you went through, but you stuck with it, you know? For somebody that's just getting started out, like what would you give them advice for with building their store, but also with dealing with those failures? Because I think that's what throws people off the most.
I think the closest that I was to giving up was just before I reached success. Like, I was doing videography because I was like, I just can't keep failing like this. So I learned videography, and it turns out that that was the skill that unlocked a path that I'm now on. So, you know, it's just about never giving up. You know, I don't think I'm more intelligent than people. I work hard at building skills, and I've just never given up. So, you know, anyone can achieve what I've achieved, and I'll just say, you know, just never give up.
Yeah, that's real. And for the people that are doing Shopify, what's one tip that you could leave them with for starting and seeing success with their store?
Don't diversify away from your core channel too quickly. You know, there's so many hype channels out there, Pinterest, Snapchat. Just pick, if it's Facebook, which is a great one, you know, stick with that, and then optimize your website and optimize your creatives on Facebook, and just really fine tune that, because, you know, you could build 10 million plus just on that one channel, one store, just doing CRO and great conversion optimization.
I think that's great, because a lot of people that are just getting started out, they try to learn everything at once. Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Google ads, Snapchat, and that's the thing that ends up derailing them. You make a little bit of progress in each, but you never really become great.
So true.
Yeah.
So true.
Well, look, bro, I really appreciate you for coming onto the video. Guys, check out Davey's channel down below. Hands down, some of the best content in the industry. You guys need to check out his videos. Bro, I hope you have a great morning. I know it's super early over there. So yeah, hopefully you crush it today, man.
Thanks, man. Awesome to see you again.
All right,
Cheers.
peace, bro. So if you guys notice, you will see that all of these people are really saying a very similar thing. The secrets to success that you think are hidden in some magical book or video are really not as complicated as you think. These simple principles are all that you need to see results when building a business or trying to achieve anything in your life. And each one of these people I brought on today is a perfect example of that. And I can say in my own personal journey, these are the things that have brought me to where I'm at today. I failed on over 10 different businesses. I've ran out of money countless times and had to start from zero. I've tried almost every business and hustle that you can think of. But when I made the decision to pick one thing, stick with it, and go all in until it finally paid off, my life changed, and I haven't looked back ever since. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for new videos every single Friday. Big shout out to everybody who helped me out with this video. To learn more about each of them, their links are gonna be down below. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.